Cool. Thank you. And then I have one question for Triple C, please. Henry, obviously Dominick was, set the standard by which this division is judged by his wins over Demetrius and so many other fighters, Uriah Faber and whatnot over the year. What do you think you have to do to, for yourself to surpass him when people look back and they want to talk about you in this division like that? Do you feel it's a number of wins, or do you feel it's just particular names, beating the Aldos and those kind of people? Is that what it will take?
Yeah, no. First of all, I know I'm going to beat Dominick. I truly, sincerely believe that and know that. My plan is not to beat him. My plan is to stop this dude. Is to stop everybody that's in front of me. Like I'm not out there no more to just win by decision. I'm out there to put people. I'm out there to put people out. So the more I continue to keep doing that, the more people understand that. Hey, man, this dude there's just no denying.
So in the past, you went to win by decision.
They don't have.
You wanted to win by.
They don't have.
You wanted to win by decision
MMA,
in the
they don't
past?
have a Michael Jordan.
That's what you sound like.
They don't have a Michael Jordan of MMA. And I'm looking to do that.
I'm the Michael Jordan of 135.
I'm knocking people out, and that's it. And Dominick happens to be in my way, and I'm getting ready to execute him.
Thank you.
Our next question comes from Bryce Miller with the San Diego Tribune.
Hi, Dominick. More curious what what are your important roots and connections with San Diego and why that place has become important to you, and then I'll have a quick follow-up.
Well, I was born in San Diego, but I was raised in Tucson, Arizona. So I was from 2 years old until I was 21, I was raised in Tucson in that school system and in that lifestyle. But I've been here ever since I was 21 to start my professional mixed martial arts career. So it's a mixture. I've become a true professional here in mixed martial arts, but in Tucson is where I figured out who I was, growing up. This is where I found my roots, had my toughness, my grit, my tenacity. It comes from Tucson. And so putting the two together has just made me, I feel complete as a man.
What, just more in general, as the world watches sporting events that are being canceled or postponed, it's so rare to have something that's live. You guys are kind of at the front end of that, trendsetters, or at least checking that terrain out first. Do you have any health concerns related to the virus being a contact sport at this point?
I don't. I mean, realistically, anybody can contract this virus. I think that's partially the point, is understanding that anybody on earth can get this, but you can't just freeze up when you see something that's scary. You got to just kind of take the precautions, be as safe as possible, but live your life. That's what I'm doing.
Best of luck. Thank you.
Our next question comes from Aaron Bronstetter with TSN.
Hey, guys. This one's for Dominick. Dom, the circumstances for getting this title shot were a bit different. Obviously, relatively short notice, government restrictions. A great opportunity, but were those circumstances a turn off at all for accepting this fight?
No. Not at all.
How were you able to train adequately for it under these circumstances? I don't know if you're a year-round, ready to go type guy, or if there were anything you had to do to ramp it up a little bit in the previous weeks.
Yeah, I had to ramp it up, definitely. You go from not fighting to fighting a title fight, so yeah, you got to ramp it up. But I've been training with Jeremy Stevens, who I know is bigger, stronger than anybody in my division. So training with him and mixing it up with other small guys at the same time, I've got the speed of small guys that I get to work with and the size of big guys mixed together, and sparring with them round by round really pieces together a good camp. And I've had good training partners, and I got a good coach, and I've been here before many times. I've got tons of title fights, tons of time in that octagon. So this is just another day doing what I enjoy doing.
All right, for Henry, you look at your last three wins: Demetrius, TJ Dillashaw, Marlon Reich. If you win this weekend, would you still want to face Jose Aldo next? Because the win streak of Demetrius, TJ, Moraes, Dominick Cruz, and Aldo could potentially be the greatest win streak ever, really, in terms of resume.
Go back and look at my resume.
I told Uncle Dana, I said, I ain't leaving. After I beat up Dominique, I said, I'm going to be stomping on Jose Baldo's toes next. And then after that, Alexander Volkanovski, that overgrown midget, he's next.
See, that's the best he can do with his platform. You hear that? It's so useless. Sorry for you guys.
Exactly, Dominic. Exactly.
Come on,
you
man.
will be part of that.
Better, bro. You're better than the
Stop
work.
trying to be Miss Universe, princess. I'm here for purpose. I'm here. You better sign up for unemployment.
Why are you here? Why are you doing this?
Why am I here? Belt? Because I am here.
What's your purpose
I am here
in
to
this?
be the greatest of all time. That's why, Dominic.
And then what?
To knock your ass out. That's why.
And then
to
what?
knock you out.
And then what? Then when it's all over and you're retired. Then when you're all retired, you're just gonna have your belt.
And then just to keep knocking everybody out. That's it. That's it, Dominic. Dude, you're like I swear to you, man. You're like dude. You should try out for a pageant. I swear to you. Because your actions prove nothing.
All right, and finally, Dominic, a win this weekend, it would make it twice that you've come back from a major injury to win a title. That's never happened in MMA, and I don't know if it's ever really happened in pro sports of any kind. Do you ever step back and think about how incredible an accomplishment that would be and the gravity of this?
Yeah, I mean, that's the point. It's like, anybody who thinks that stuff's that difficult, it equals up to anything that's ever been done, period, in sports. So that's how you become, legendary in this thing. I've already done legendary things in the division and in the sport. I got more than half my fights are title fights alone. And so just with, the murderer's row that I faced, Benavidez, Uriah Faber, TJ Dillashaw, Demetrius Johnson. I mean, the list goes on. With all these people that I've beaten, I cleaned out the division. I was ranked number 2 behind only the number 1 pound-for-pound man for a year, Demetrius Johnson, and I had beaten him. So I've pretty much been pound for pound the best at one time in this sport. And, I've done everything you can do. And to come out after the layoff when nobody really gives you a shot and then just beat up at 125er, it's going to be fun.